Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, with your reading for December the 30th, 2019 through January the 5th, 2020. We are at the end of a decade and about to embark on a whole new generation. So how exciting is that? So happy New Year, guys. Let's hope 2020 is better than 2019. At least for me, I hope. Okay, listen, it's a perfect time to get a 12-month reading, actually, and gives you, an idea of what's going to happen month by month in 2020. And if you would like that, click on this link. It'll take you to my website. You can see what kind of readings I offer. And I am going to throw in a chart interpretation with that just until if you purchase it before January the 5th. So that will be included in the reading. Now, all the links are in the show more description box below, the links to the other videos. This is for your sun, moon, and rising. So all the other video links will be below. The skip time to this intro right now, to the astrology report and to the tarot card section are below in the show more section. Now, also, I want to quickly tell you that I have a private Facebook group, and the link to that will be below. Every 2 weeks, I do a live feed for the full and the new moon, only in that private Facebook group. So the link to that, just ask to join, answer a couple of questions, and you'll get in. Yay! All right, without further ado, let's go to your astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology report section of your reading. And on Monday, December the 30th, Mercury is trine Uranus. This transit opens up our minds to the endless possibilities. It stimulates visionary thinking. It's outside the box, electrifying kind of thinking. We may suddenly get some exciting news or bump into someone new by chance and discover that we have striking chemistry. Serendipity is the word that comes to mind when I think of this transit. Pay attention to your dreams because psychic abilities and intuition energies are pronounced during this transit, and messages may come to you via dreams. This aspect may give us a penchant for higher learning also. So it might be a good time to study astrology or tarot or any kind of Wiccan or any of the occult subjects. Or perhaps even computer technology or website development or communicating in any way through the internet or online. Also, socializing and sharing your ideas with interesting people will help you gain a lot of insight. New acquaintances or love interests met. If you meet new acquaintance or love interest during this transit, they will be exciting. However, they may not have lasting power. So keep that in mind. Now, Tuesday, December the 31st, 2019. Whee! Happy New Year! This is the end of a decade and we're starting a whole new generation, right? The next 10 years, what will it have in store for us? Let's hope 2020 is better than 2019, for me at least. I had a rough year. So onward to positive and incredible opportunities we go. Okay, now Thursday, January the 2nd, 2020, Mercury is conjunct Jupiter. These are lovely, optimistic thoughts and ideas. The belief that anything is possible and attainable. This transit also encourages higher learning. So it's a good time to start a new course in study, perhaps of philosophy or theology, astrology, or the healing arts. Perhaps you're planning an adventure to a far off location, or maybe a spiritual retreat is on your mind. Whatever the case may be, it's a big plan of action that is likely in the works, or rather on your mind. This transit is a bigger picture energy. So that means that details might be overlooked or missed during this time. This transit can also foster excessive chatter. It's the excitable nature of this transit that can have us foaming at the mouths to get out, to get out all of our ideas before they disappear. There's kind of an urgency there to say all we need to say. So this comes across in our communications. So we need to try to breathe and think and just take a moment before we speak. Keep that in mind. On Friday, January the 3rd, 2020, Mars moves into Sagittarius. Here we go. This is bigger picture. Again, Sagittarius is all about the bigger picture. So when one is impatient, one can get restless. So it's really the best way to channel our frustrations during this transit is through exercise, action, take action. It's that nervous energy we need to kind of burn off. It's a really good time to start a new exercise program or some other fun activity that you can work out your nervous energy through. During this transit, you may find that you start several projects with little follow through. Therefore, things may not get completed. Another thing to be aware of, guys. So let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Aries. Lovely, sunny Aries. How are you today? This is your tarot card reading for December the 30th, 2019 to January the 5th, 2020. We're ushering in a new decade. How exciting is that? All I can say is change. Da, 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 da. Anyway, I can't remember the rest of the words, but I just know that there's change in there. Okay, this is for Aries. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for the 30th of December through January the 5th? 3 cards for Aries, please. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information. 2 more. Oh, that's it. That's it. They're all out. So you have... Oh, wow. This is interesting. Okay. So these are clarifying cards for Aries. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for this, through these clarifying cards for December 30th through January the 5th? Please clarify. Oh, there you go. Please clarify and please clarify. Oh, lovely. Let's take a look at your cards, Aries, shall we? Just let me put my crystals on there. There we go. Okay, the first card out is the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Page of Cups. Then you have the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Magician. Then you have the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Cups. Aries. Okay. Well, the first card out for you is the Knight of Swords. He is the truth seeker. The Knight of Swords is the truth seeker, and he is the champion for justice out of all of them. He comes in and he is wielding his sword. He is going to knock down anyone who's acting nefarious or doing anything underhanded. And what I'm getting for this is it's really important to play by the rules, to do everything above board, to be gallant like him. He can be a little impulsive. So, we need to kind of, I want to say, easy stallion. Hold back. You're moving too fast. You gotta make the morning last. I can't help myself, guys. I'm sorry. Don't go. So yes, he's very righteous, and he's very play things by the book this week. No shortcuts, and think before you act or react. Try to take that moment. We're going to have that. Maybe it's interesting, and that's what I'm getting, because I think Mercury conjunct Jupiter, we can say things. Also Mars moving into Sagittarius, we can say things without thinking. So we could insult someone or overstep our boundaries, perhaps. So it's important to kind of think before you say something, because things just rush gush out of us. It's going to be challenging for a lot of us. You're particularly getting that message, and you've got the Page of Cups. So I feel that love is in the air. The page is messenger, and he's coming in with a beautiful emotional message. So this can mean that you're going to get a message. Check your inbox, check Instagram, all our forms of internet communications, because there's love there. Perhaps some of you may meet someone or encounter someone. Serendipity is the word, right? Chance encounters that are kind of romantically charged. Or perhaps our partner or our lovers will surprise us with something that's romantic and loving. Now, the next card out for you, Aries, is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles loves luxury and opulence, and he's really into, living large, if you will. He works very hard. He's worked hard for his money. I want to sing that song. He works hard for his money. This is what I'm getting with this, though. Maybe it's time to kind of sit back and enjoy. Maybe you've been working a little too hard, and you need to kind of sit back and reap the rewards of all the effort that you've put into working. And you've got, perhaps your focus may be too much on work, is what I'm getting for some of you. And the Magician is saying that you've got everything you need. You don't need to kind of put that extra effort in. Perhaps that's what you're doing. You're putting extra effort in, trying to accumulate wealth for later on. But I'm really getting this as a time to sit back and enjoy it. The Magician is the number one. This is a start of something new for you. I'm getting that, Aries. There's some kind of change, and perhaps it's the start of something new in terms of your career. Or perhaps you've got a new business or investment on the table that's, a possibility for you. The Magician he creates something spectacular out of seemingly nothing. You have the ability to create the life that you desire, the luxury that you are searching for, or, perhaps, opulence. You want to live in that. You have that ability to create that life Aries. But you may not feel that you do, but you do. The power is there, darling. And look, you have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, you've got the butterfly here. I really think there's change coming about, perhaps career-wise, or a job. Maybe you're going to get a new job, or you're just starting one. It's very promising. It's a change for you. This could also be an idea that you have, that you've been mulling around, and it's time to take action. And perhaps this is an idea that you've been trying to get off the ground, because you've got the Nine of Wands right next to it. And that is when you kind of feeling like you want to give up, that you're thinking that maybe it won't work, but you haven't tried it, perhaps, or maybe you've tried it in different ways. This is saying, look, the Nine of Wands is saying, don't give up. Don't give up protecting what is yours. And you've done, you may feel a bit tired, you may be exhausted from being on the treadmill day in and day out. But it's number 9, you're almost at the finish line, and you've got this brilliant, something new change. There's going to be a big change, and it's going to be a good change that's coming for you. So I think you're struggling every day, being on the treadmill and trying to survive and protecting what is yours is exhausting. And you are at a point where you may feel like you want to give up. But clarifying it, there is the 8 of Cups. And you have to look at this situation in a spiritual aspect. And 8 of Cups is also about wanting to walk away. And it's like you want to kind of leave everything behind and go on a spiritual journey. Now, you're dissatisfied with your life so far, and you want something a little more that has more value other than material value. So something that's going to feed your soul. I think that you're going to create that. I think that you are going to create something that is going to feed your soul, and that is going to give you a sense of meaning and fulfillment. You have this brilliant idea, and it's time to really act on this. This is a time to do it and be led in a spiritual way. I feel that this is like, I think some of you are really going to kind of do your life start or embark on your life purpose, or you already have and it's going to take off. I would just be very spiritually based, be very honest, have integrity, and do the best that you can. Be as truthful and as honest as possible. Keep your side of the street clean. Do not get distracted by anything or anyone. It's important to keep the focus on the direction that you want to go, or you have already embarked on. But this looks very exciting for you, Aries. Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Hello, thank you for staying all the way till the end. I really appreciate you guys, and I wanted to mention that this is a member-supported channel. So any kind of advertising that you see, please don't skip. I don't get paid if you skip, but I get paid if they play through. Not much, but that all adds up. So that would be a wonderful way of helping me. Of course, the liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting is great too. But also, I have a Patreon page. You can click on this link here. That'll take you to my Patreon page. I post things on there. I don't post anywhere else. And sometimes I post there first and then post to other places. And you can support me for as little as $1 a month. That's $12 a year. It's not a lot to you, but it's a huge amount to me. I mean, imagine if everyone gave me $1, $1 a month, I'd be in seventh heaven. And there's varying tiers and rewards. So, and of course, if you can't, please don't feel obliged, or, I totally get it. Sharing, liking, subscribing, and commenting is great too. So I just want you to know I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Mwah.